We all want to be successful in life, whatever that means. The lure of success has the power to motivate, to constrain, and to destroy. At its best, the desire to succeed can motivate us to strive for excellence in whatever we do, and it can keep us from making disastrous decisions that would wreck our lives. At its worst, it can become idolatrous, becoming the thing around which our very lives are oriented, even to the detriment of our relationships with friends and family. One other thing about success: the importance we attach to success can also cause us to misunderstand the very nature of success itself. That is the issue Paul addresses in today's reading from Philippians. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas. And this is your daily devotional for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. How shall we judge success? If we take the world's standards, both Jesus Christ and the Apostle Paul were miserable failures. After all, Jesus was arrested, tried, convicted, and executed at the hands of Roman authorities, cheered on by Jewish religious authorities in Jerusalem. Failure. And Paul more than once found himself imprisoned and would eventually be executed also by Roman authorities. Failure. Or is it? Paul interprets things differently. In today's reading from Philippians in the daily lectionary, Paul assures his flock in Philippi that his imprisonment is not a sign of failure, but of success. He writes, "I want you to know, beloved, that what has happened to me has actually helped to spread the gospel, so that it has become known throughout the whole imperial guard and to everyone else that my imprisonment is for Christ. And most of the brothers and sisters, having been made confident in the Lord by my imprisonment, dare to spread the word with greater boldness and without fear." You see what he's done here? He's turned the ordinary expectation about success and failure on its head. By the ordinary standards of the world, imprisonment is not a sign of success, but of failure and defeat. Yes, I'm aware sometimes people who have been jailed unjustly, think Nelson Mandela in South Africa, for example, later triumph over their captors. But examples like this are remarkable precisely because they are rare. They are remarkable because they are the exceptions that prove the rule. Notice that Paul doesn't just claim success in an effort to appear strong in the face of defeat. He provides concrete examples of how his imprisonment has advanced the gospel. He notes that while he has been in prison, he has had a receptive audience in his guards, some of whom have apparently accepted Jesus Christ. And he says that other believers, because of his imprisonment, have been emboldened to preach the gospel. But here's the deal. There are folks in the church even today who equate God's favor with success as defined by worldly standards. There are churches and preachers that actually teach that if you are a true Christian and give faithfully to the church, God will reward you with worldly, even financial blessings. Some are subtle, but others are pretty blatant about it. Give to our ministry, they say, and God will give you more than what you have given to us. I often wonder what Paul would say to these modern-day charlatans. Turns out, the ones who stand most to gain from the sacrificial generosity of the church members are the ministers themselves. Some live in huge mansions, and a few even own one or even more private jets. One of these ministers, a follower of Oral Roberts, claimed that flying commercial was actually a disruption to his ministry, saying, "You can't imagine that today, in this dope-filled world, get on a long tube with a bunch of demons." Really? Get in a long tube filled with demons? I wonder what Jesus would say, the one who ate with tax collectors and sinners. I wonder what Paul would say, who found his imprisonment in a pagan prison, presumably alongside pagan prisoners. Well, actually, we know what they would say. Paul says that his imprisonment, far from being a defeat or setback, actually served to spread the gospel. And we know what Jesus said to the religious authorities of his day who complained that he consorted with the wrong sorts of people. Those who are well have no need of a physician, he said, but those who are sick. I've come to call not the righteous, but sinners. It's really quite a remarkable thing Paul does here, isn't it? It turns our worldly understanding of success on its head. It's not just about snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. It's about turning defeat into victory. Tomorrow, a great early Christian hymn. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.